Hey, welcome back to Dear Twin Flame. It's Sunday night and the sun's still up, so that's good. And I'm getting a little bit of privacy, so I thought I'd record now and just tell you how awesome a weekend it was. And I hope yours was even half as good, because half as good would still be awesome. When Friday night went for the bonfire, it was absolutely perfect. I already talked to you about that. And then last night we had, or yesterday, what did we do yesterday? It was pretty chillax, I think, and got some stuff done around the house. Went to Costco, did the whole grocery shopping, spent too much money, but all necessities. I just don't understand how I can spend so much money in food and it disappears so quickly, like no extras, just food. Anyway, ink for the printer, because apparently having everybody home all the time means we go through a lot of ink, which, why is ink so stupidly expensive? I just don't understand. And today did some work in the kids' bathroom so that they stopped pulling handrails out of my wall. So I patched up the wall and put a paneling on it with a wood bar across the top, so that's drilled into the studs, so that I can could hang hooks into the wood so that they were strong enough that my kids couldn't pull them out of the wall. And it turned out great. Got some mad skills. And yeah, so that was good. But I wanted to tell you, I had what made the weekend. Well, the weekend is beautiful. It's beautiful, sunny, hence the sunglasses. Sorry, but it's super bright out here. It was just it wasn't anything crazy special to do. Went up to the lake again today to see my aunt and uncle and let the kids visit with their grandparents. So did that, and that was nice to see everybody. Nice to just take a quick walk to the beach and have the fresh air and sunshine and water lapping. It was great. But the thing that made it over the top awesome was my dream last night. I had hold on just a second, I'll be back. Sorry about that. Had company. So much for privacy. Anyway, I had a dream last night. So part of my full moon ritual was thanking the universe for my blessings and just basically showing gratitude and letting go of things that were bothering me, acknowledging things that I know were bothering me that I didn't want to hold on to, that I just wanted to release. So I did that. And then I asked the universe just to, whenever possible, whenever the timing was right, to give me some clarity, just clarity on a whole bunch of things. But just, it's always nice to get confirmation that you're doing things right, or you're walking the right path, or anything, right? So you're not feeling so much alone. Ooh, I'm gonna have a shadow on my face pretty soon. Yeah, I can take the sunglasses off. Anyway, my dream was awesome, and you were in it. So remember the other night when I said to you, please, if you're coming to my dreams, lighten up, because I'm getting tired of all the heavy. It was great. It was a great dream. It was awesome. It addressed a whole bunch of concerns. It just possibly some of your concerns, I'm not sure, but it came up that you had things that you wanted to that you were worried about. And so yeah, it was do you want me to go into it? I don't know. It's very revealing, I suppose. Not in that sense. Well, maybe some in that sense. Okay, how did it start off? It started off with me at a pool. Go figure, I'm always at a pool. But I was the one swimming, racing, which has never ever happened, but probably would have been something in a different life that I might have liked to do. But this is like I was me myself now racing in a race, but it was we were in a pool. It was obviously during or after COVID or in amongst this time. Oh, there goes my son. Ah, oosh. Maybe I should have left my sunglasses on. Okay. Time out. I need to put a sweater on. It got really cold as soon as that sun went under the neighbor's yard. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. And just like that, I'm changed. So it got so cold really, really quickly. Anyway, I was in a pool. I was swimming. And because of COVID, they had changed the chemicals in the pool. And I came out of the pool and they were running around because apparently they were wrong. And in the process, it had dyed my hair, like it had bleached my hair out almost completely. I was like white blonde and it was really weird. Anyway, you came with somebody, I don't know who, to see if there was anything you could do to help with the like actual dealing with the pool, I guess. And I know I said thanks for coming, I appreciate your help. And then the next thing we know, we were somewhere else. I don't know, some like community center, or there's some function going on, I'm not exactly sure. And how did it go? Sorry, I should have written it down, because holy cow, when I woke up I was just like, whoa, that was amazing, I need to share it. What happened? You introduced me to the person you were with. I don't know who it was. It was a woman, and she said, how did it work? She was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. We heard you're getting married in September." And I started laughing, like hysterically laughing, because that ain't happening. And I said that. I said, no. And then I looked you right in the eye and I was like, unless you haven't told me something that I need to know about us. And I just started laughing. And the girl was just like, because she liked me fine as long as I was in another relationship, I guess. And as soon as I wasn't in a relationship, then I was some kind of threat. That was the implication of it all. Anyway, so we started talking, and she's like, I think you guys need to catch up on some stuff. And so we went off to like the side and we were talking, and I said that I heard about your friend dying, and reflecting on it, I don't think it was a friend, and I'll explain that later. But in the dream, you're a mutual friend, but your friend, but somebody that meant a lot to us as well, like my family, had passed away. And I said Sadie was really upset about it, and we were going to the funeral. Hey! Oh, I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. Holy cow, the dog just lost it. Apparently, people are not allowed to walk by on our sidewalk, or out on the sidewalk that runs in front of our house. Yes. He's very protective of me, right? Or are you? Very protective of me. Yes. Shush up. Just be quiet. Anyway, we were talking about this person. Sadie was really upset, and she wanted to go to the funeral too, and but she wanted to make sure you were going to be there, because I didn't understand the connection at the time, but bear with me. I had some theories when I woke up and I could think about it. So we were at this funeral. what else happened? It was quite, you were in almost the entire, it was all revolved around you, which doesn't happen a lot, not for like the whole entire, like my entirety of dreams. I dream a lot and you're always present, but it's not usually focused around you. And if it is focused around you, it's very brief. But this one went on and on and on, which is probably why I was excited, because I got to spend a lot of time with you last night, which was cool. Anyway, what else? Funeral, going to the funeral. We're going somewhere. Oh, I don't even remember. Should have written it down. It was really good. It went on. It was like so fluid, and it made sense at the time. And then even after I was thinking about it, I could go back and say, oh, this was this. Oh, I know what. So part of it was when we were in this community center thing, we were kind of like, there's people dancing, not dancing like having a party, but just like casually dancing like you would when you're, I don't know. Anyway, you went to dip me, and like we were dancing while we were having this conversation. That's what it was. So when she's like, you guys need to talk. So we went and we were just kind of dancing, and you went to dip me because we were laughing, and you dip me, and you almost dropped me. And in my head, it was like, oh my God, I'm so fat. And then as soon as I thought that, it just went away. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's one of my biggest insecurities is my weight. And that's simply because I was told my whole entire life from my dad that my weight mattered. Like I wasn't lovable. I was just like my mom. You shouldn't even look at that donut because you'll get fat, let alone eat it, whatever. It's always been a very, very, very big self-conscious thing for me. And obviously with COVID, there's been some weight gain, and I keep trying to be like, no, you know what? I do my best. I am eating well. I'm, getting my exercise, and it's just, getting older, whatever you want to call it. I've had 3 kids, whatever. Anyway, it's harder to keep that perfect physique, so to speak. But I still love me, but I still in the back of my head have that insecurity of whether other people would love me, because I've always been told if I was too heavy then other people wouldn't. So it's always this subconscious needling at me, and this dream went right at it. Like, it was the first conflict was my own insecurities coming forth, and you just like grabbed me and you're like, sorry about that, it's all good, and you just kept dancing with me like it didn't matter, that it had nothing to do with anything, and you still cared about me, which whether you do or you don't, it was my own self saying it doesn't matter, your person is lovable, which was awesome. So I'm getting better. I still have insecurities and I know it, but I'm doing better. So there was that. So addressed one problem. So that was the one problem, my self-conscious insecurity, body conscious insecurities. Thank you, Dad. It's what he gave me. I love him for it. So then there was that one. And then another one. Oh, so then we went into the whole, your friend died. So when I could step back, there wasn't actually a person, because we didn't actually go to a funeral. It was more the idea of that person that we saw when we were with you doesn't exist anymore. And it was something that was in my dream you were very concerned about, that we, being myself and Sadie, that's who was in the dream, weren't going to want to be in your presence because this other person doesn't exist anymore. This person is gone. And when I could wake up and think about it, I mean, we've all changed. None of us are the same people we were the last time we hung out and spent any time together. And that's okay, because it doesn't matter. We're connected whether we're like, it just doesn't matter. And in my dream, that's what I kept saying, is that we will miss that person, but we love you without that person. And that's what kept coming up. And we will go with you. We will walk that path of going to say goodbye to this person if that's what you need. But we're good with just being with you. And so, second insecurity that came up. So that was fine. And then we went about our business, or we went somewhere, we went to, like, traveled as if we were going somewhere. All of us, like me and whoever was with me. Sadie was one of them, but she wasn't the only one. But it was just people. And then you and this girl, or this woman that was with you. And so then we were at another function, another building, and what happened next? I'm glad I'm recording this, because I'll be able to look back and go, oh yeah, I should journal this. I love looking back through my journals at my dreams. It's so enlightening when I can look back and go, oh, that was what that message was. But it's cool because I woke up and I knew exactly what the messages were. These are insecurities and they don't matter, and everything will be fine. Everything will be as it should be. So whatever the other parts were, I can't remember. There wasn't a lot of like tangible meaning. It was just like a process of moving places. But then we were at this place, and it reminded me very much of, what did it remind me of? Like a church, not a church, but like a community center, or a church rec center kind of deal, where there's like the function room, and then they have those cloak rooms off to the side. And so you said, I need to talk to you, and you pulled me aside and you pulled me into this cloak room. And in the cloak room, there were these little boys who were messing around and being ridiculous. Or no, sorry, not when we first got there. When we first got there and you were talking to me, and I don't even remember the conversation. You were just like, are you sure about are you sure of what you keep saying? You said this, and is that your truth? And you kept questioning me about something, and we were just like face to face, and you were holding my hands. And then you started kissing me, which I totally appreciated. It was awesome. Anyway, these little boys ran into the room, and they were all playing like underneath the cloaks and everything, and we're just kind of like, okay. And then you're like, oh, to hell with it, and you just started kissing me again, like it didn't matter, which is one of my insecurities too, is that anybody I've ever been with has always hidden our relationship when we were in public. Even if everybody knew we were together, we could never have any public displays of affection. And it was always like, just like any of my other insecurities that my father laid on me, I wasn't good enough to be seen with in public. So, and of course, our relationship isn't great to base that on, because, well, everything was a secret. But even with my ex, if we were in public, he wouldn't hold my hand. He wouldn't even introduce me. I would literally go off on my own because I was pretty much being ignored. And every single guy I've ever dated basically did the same thing. I was never, oh my gosh, Airgun, stop. Hey, look at me. Stop it. Come here. Anyway, any guy I've ever dated has always, whenever we were out in public, would never hold my hand would never kiss me, would never want to dance with me, would never, no PDA whatsoever. And so it's another one of my insecurities. So in my dream, you're like, to hell with this. I don't care if they're here. I'm going to kiss you because I want to kiss you. And then you asked me if I was sure that I wasn't, that being with you was truly where my heart laid. And I was like, I don't even understand how you could question this. I wanted this forever, so yes. And you're like, okay, well, I guess we better go tell whoever this girl was, because I still don't know who this girl was, but whatever. And he goes, she's not going to be surprised. She's probably expecting this, but still not fair. So we'll just go tell her. And I'm like, okay. And then I woke up, but then I panicked and I realized I wanted to go back into the dream, because one of my last insecurities, I guess, when I think about any type of relationship with anyone moving forward is, will they be okay with where I have to be in my life right now? So, for instance, we'll say for with you, I can't leave Stratford. I can't leave Stratford until, at the very least, Grayson goes off to university. Would it be nice if we could wait till Sadie goes off to university? Absolutely. Will that happen? I don't know. But Grayson for sure, because he swims and he needs to stay where we are. So we can't move. And if that's going to be make or break for whomever, then there's one of my worries, so to speak. And then I woke up and I was like, and then I realized what time it was, and it was still really early. So I went back to sleep, and I was like, will I go back into this dream or not? I'm not sure. And when I went back into the dream, it wasn't the same time, but you were still there. And we were actually in my house here in Stratford, and we were just sitting on the couch, and we were listening to Sadie rattle on. And we're just like leaning up against each other on the couch. And she was happy, and Amira was upstairs doing something, and I knew everybody was there, but we were just enjoying each other's company and just living our lives happily. And then I woke up because something happened anyway. It woke me up. The dog wanted out or something, and I was like, okay, well, there's the universe answering that insecurity as well. So it was just, I'm not saying that is what's gonna, like, obviously it's not a scenario that's going to replay out in our world, but it was a scenario that I needed to see to understand that my insecurities, or your insecurities, or whomever's, are not unnecessary. They're just unnecessary. So it was, considering I just on Friday night asked for help dealing with my insecurities and things that I needed to release and let go of, it was awesome. It was an awesome dream. It was an awesome dream. And I got to see you, which is also nice. So it just set me out on a really, really, really happy day. And it made my heart happy. So there you go. And you may think, oh God, she's living in a dream world. But I like my dream world, which is really funny that I just said that, because when I woke up, a friend of mine, she's like avid into horoscopes and such. And she likes to, sorry, I got a bug or something. Anyway, she's avid into horoscopes, and she has this one lady that she listens to for horoscopes. And I think she's a Cancer. I don't know what it is with me and Cancers, but I seem to find a lot of them. Anyway, she listens to mine too, because she listens to everybody's. She called me and she's like, oh my God, you have such a good month coming up right now. Everything's starting to go right. I'm like, you're telling me I just had the best dream ever? She's like, oh my God, Oh, that's what she said. You might be a dreamer, Pisces, but all your dreams are coming true. I was like, okay, that's good to know, because it was just an even bigger confirmation that I can not worry about the things that I tend to worry about. You just don't even need to bark at me. Come here. There you go. Anyway, so I thought I would share that with you, because whether you believe in all of this or not, I can't help but really fall into it, because I've just seen everything manifest around me. And since I decided to take my own life by the horns and say, you know what, I want to be happy, and I have no problem being grateful for what I have, and I just roll with it, everything just keeps coming into fruition. So I thought I would share, since it was all about you, and you can laugh, or you can make your heart feel good too, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I know. That's what I know. So I hope you had a good weekend, at least some of it. Enjoyed the sunshine. Like, my swing is squeaking, sorry. What'd you do to your eyeball, buddy? Blood crusty. Ooh. What else? Not a lot else to share. Like I said, went to Port Albert this afternoon. That was fun. Anytime I get, you know what? If I had to pick one regret, and I shouldn't say it's a regret. I wouldn't change the way things are right now, but timing's everything, right? When we moved, shortly after we moved to Stratford, when we moved to Stratford, we moved to a different house, and we were there for a year, I guess. Yeah, just over a year. We were there for a year, and I didn't know that Wayne was planning on leaving. Well, not that I hadn't told him too many times, but I didn't realize that he was setting me up so he felt what was he doing? He was setting us up so that he would leave us in a place that he could feel good about himself, and not think he left us in a spot where I couldn't handle it on my own. We'll say that. Anyway, so he moved us to a different house. I went to take Grayson to camp one day, and by the time I got back, he had sold our house and bought a new one. So we had a month to move, literally in one afternoon. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, right before that, my grandmother had asked if we wanted to buy her house, which, with every bone and muscle in my body, every heartbeat, everything, yes, absolutely, I wanted to buy my grandma's house. Unfortunately, it wasn't somewhere we could live because of swim team and school and support for Mira, and because the house wouldn't fit our like what we need for the 3 kids and dog and me, and well, I didn't know it was just the four of us, but even still, there's not enough space bedroom wise and just all of the above. Anyway, I didn't buy her house, even though it's like home for me. Luckily for me, my aunt bought it. So my grandma's not there, she's in Exeter, but my aunt is still in my grandma's house in Port Albert. It would be where I'd be in a heartbeat, but the universe had a different plan for me, which is fine, because we're blessed for where we are, other than I don't like having neighbors. They're so loud. They're so rude. They're so obnoxious. But that's okay. We have a lovely house, and we have space, I guess, for now, until Grayson leaves. Then we'll see where we're at. But You're bleeding, buddy. Anyway, I'm grateful. I'm grateful every day that my aunt bought her house, because on today's like today, when I need a beach fix, or, need to go just escape a little bit, it's a good option. It's one of my two, obviously. Black's Point Road and Port Albert Beach. It's just a little bit too far to go to Port Albert all the time, so we don't always head that way. But sorry about my swing. It's very squeaky. Apparently I need to lube that up a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, I think that's all for now. Apparently, we're having a weekly bonfire now at Black's Point Beach because my daughter is addicted, and it was awesome. So as long as the weather cooperates, I guess we're going to be there again on Friday night. What else? That's all. That's all for tonight. I'll leave it at that because we're going on to 22 minutes now, so that's probably really long enough. Until next time, dear twin flame, you are loved and you are missed.